What's going on, everybody? My name is Eli, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to the channel, I'm a fourth year dental student at Boston University Goldman School of Dental Medicine and a future orthodontics resident. On this channel, I make dental school vlogs as well as videos with advice for pre-dental students. So if that's something you enjoy, please make sure you subscribe, share the channel with anyone else who might find it interesting, like the videos, etc. In today's video, we have another vlog from a different dental school in the United States. This vlog is Lincoln Memorial University over in Tennessee. A few people have been asking for this vlog, and I'll be very honest. Before Becky hit me up to do this vlog, I actually did not know this school existed. I'll be so honest with you. There's a lot of new dental schools popping up around the United States, and LMU is one of them. When I was applying to dental school, LMU didn't exist. So this is definitely a dope vlog to get on the channel. People were asking about this vlog in one of the previous lives I did on YouTube and on TikTok. So I'm glad we were able to get this vlog done during this dental school vlog series. Becky edited this vlog on her own, so shout out to her. She did a great job, and make sure y'all give her a like for putting in all that effort for this vlog. She did a great job showing you guys around her school and all things of the like. So for those of you that were interested in LMU, I hope that this vlog lived up to your expectations. I don't want to draw out this intro for too long. Make sure you like the video if you watch all the way through. Make sure you follow Becky on Instagram. It's at the end of the video, and I'll see y'all in the next one, alright? Peace.
Hey everyone, my name is Rebecca Paul. I mostly go by Becky, and I am a D2 at Lincoln Memorial University College of Dental Medicine. My school is located in Knoxville, Tennessee, and before we begin the video, I just want to share a little bit about my pre-dental journey and where I came from. So my pre-dental journey actually starts in probably elementary school. I am originally from Naples, Florida. That's on the southwest coast of the state, and I'm actually Haitian, so where my soul is at. When I was in elementary school, I actually had a very bad overbite, overjet. So my teeth were literally like, this is my bottom teeth and these are my top teeth, right? And my teeth, instead of being like this, kind of flush, they were like that. So I could fit my whole pinky sideways into that gap there, that overjet. And it was really bad, y'all. Like, I was made fun of in elementary school and I had zero confidence. None whatsoever. Any little ounce of confidence that I had left, people had stolen it from me. And so I luckily regained it thanks to my orthodontist, shout out to him. And that really changed my outlook on life. I became a lot more confident. I spoke a lot louder. Like, I had a nickname Mouse in elementary school because I never spoke, and when I did, it was like a little squeak because I was just so unconfident in myself, I guess. I don't know. But when I got braces, it helped me a lot more. I love the bond that you get to have with your patients, seeing them so frequently, seeing them grow up. It's so beautiful, y'all. It's so beautiful. So I was definitely interested in dentistry at that point in middle school. Before that, I wanted to be a teacher, but that's another story. And then once I knew that I wanted to be a dentist, or an orthodontist to be specific, I decided to attend a technical high school in my town. And so I was able to get not only my high school diploma, but also my dental assisting certification. So I got my high school diploma, my certified dental assistant license, my expanded functions dental assistant certification, and then I also got my associate's degree. So I was super busy in high school, y'all. I would leave home at like 6:30 in the morning, come back at like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, if even later than that. So I was super busy in high school and very motivated, and that stayed the same throughout college. And then eventually, I feel like after COVID, it kind of went downhill a little bit for me. I went through a period of depression, and I was down bad. And I just got lazy. There were days I literally physically did not have the energy to get up. And so it was very hard for me to study and focus and want to study for the DAT. Thank God I graduated. I passed all my classes except organic chem. I had to drop that one. And then I had to retake it. But I did pass all my classes. I graduated with my bachelor's degree 2 years later. And then after that, I started volunteering. Well, during college, actually, I started volunteering at a free clinic, which was medical and dental. And at the time, I was the only certified dental assistant that they had there volunteering. And I did that very consistently, 2 or 3 times a week. And after I graduated from college, I was able to finally start working as a dental assistant. And so I did that for several months, almost a year, not exactly a year. And I realized that like working full time, 40 plus hours a week, while trying to study for the DAT is impossible. If y'all are watching this and you're trying to work and study, don't do it. Don't do, unless you have a job that's chill, because dental assisting, whew, it's a lot of work. So I had to quit my job, unfortunately. I took that time to study for my DAT. Life happened. I lost my great aunt, which was basically my grandma, because I didn't really have any grandparents growing up for real. So it was like hit after hit, y'all, low key. And so I didn't really study as much as I should have. I got a very bad DAT score, and I will spare myself the embarrassment. Okay, it was bad. And so I had to study and redo it. But at this time, I'm like, well, now I'm broke. I ain't got no money because I done quit my job to study for the DAT. I done paid for all the DAT, wasted $500 plus the program. So really like $900. Ooh, that's painful. So I started working again full-time as a dental assistant. This job was way better on my body, way better like mentally, physically. It was just a much better and much enjoyable job. So I was working full-time again and studying, which somehow worked. I studied a lot more. I got a better score. It still wasn't amazing, but I mean, it was good enough for me. I applied to about 8 to 10 schools. I got interviews for 2, and then one school didn't respond. Like, they were supposed to follow up for a second interview. They never did. And so I just went to the school that accepted me, and that was LMU. So honestly, I believe everything happens for a reason. And I believe that God wanted me to be at LMU. And so that's why I'm there today. LMU accepts 80 students every single year. And I believe, I want to say 10% of the class is accepted from like rural Appalachia. So from like the Appalachian Mountains, like East Tennessee, you know, like West Virginia, all the rural areas in the South, I guess I'm in, yeah, in the South. So if you are from those areas, you do have a slightly better chance of getting accepted into LMU, which is pretty cool. I'm not from those areas, but I ain't mad either. And yeah, I think that's enough about me. I don't want to talk y'all's ears off too much. This video is going to be a little bit chaotic. Okay, my life, I like to call it organized chaos, because I'm organized when I need to be. But even when I'm organized, it's still pretty chaotic. So it might be a little bit all over the place. I'm not the perfect dental student, but I want this video to be very realistic of what I'm really like. And so that's what you guys are gonna get today. So be prepared. You guys are in for a real treat, okay? And now on to see my morning routine. Good morning. Good morning. This is my kitty Milo, guys. Comes every morning for some cuddles. So you guys are gonna see a lot of my cat. You see, there he goes. He is so funny, y'all. But anyways, I wake up in the morning and then I start my morning routine. Say hi to the camera. Say how you do. Say how you do. Paw. Paw. You gonna make me look bad? Okay. Goodbye. Yeah, he'll be back. But anyways, back to me and what y'all came here for. So this is just me letting down my hair. I have natural hair, which is a lot in of itself. But lucky for y'all, this week my hair ain't so crusty. Can a girl have some privacy? Can you not see I'm busy? You wanted some attention? Is that what you wanted? You wanted to play? Too bad, I'm busy. I gotta wash my hands. Somebody wanna be all up on people. I wash my hands twice, just in case. I'm starting to get into self-care because when you feel good, I feel like it helps your mental health a little bit. So I'm trying to take better care of myself. This is me just being extremely extra, but these things are actually useful, y'all. Like, I used to judge people for using it, but it's super helpful. I, of course, start with some floss. If you ain't flossing your teeth, But I mean, you ain't gotta floss all of them though, just the ones you want to keep. I use CleanPro 5000 toothpaste because unfortunately your girl is caries prone. I have had too many cavities. But I use that with my fancy Oral-B IO toothbrush, which of course died. It's okay, it's on 6% because that means I use it. Oh, it died. As long as you got the motion, it's okay if the toothbrush is dead because it's still doing its job, right? Yeah. Well, after that, I went ahead and used my probiotic. This is just to help to promote good, healthy bacteria in my mouth. It is the kids' version, but I mean, I'm a kid at heart. I'm a child of God. That counts. I next started my skincare routine, which is honestly new to me. I am starting this today because I just brought all these fancy smancy Good Molecules products. And there goes the cat again. Wonderful. And nothing in this video is sponsored. I really wish it were. Maybe next time it will be. I used a complete 4-step system, of course. This cat don't believe personal space. Where you going? Go to Wale. Please don't lick the water. Why are you embarrassing me? So as part of that 4-step system, it has the cleanser, toner, moisturizer, and then the skin elixir, which I'm putting on my face right now. Honestly, it doesn't really matter what you use as long as you use something. Afterwards, I took everything off and then went ahead to take a shower. So I'll see y'all once I get out and changed. But of course, my little one said, you can't do nothing without feeding me, woman. So I went ahead and took care of that and then started with my morning tea. I am not a big coffee drinker. A lot of people in dental school, at least in my school anyways, they drink a lot of coffee, a lot of energy drinks. That stuff is really bad for your teeth, y'all, and it stains a lot. And it's super addictive. I highly recommend tea. It's great for your skin, your hair, everything. And quite frankly, I suck at drinking water. There are several days where I don't drink not even half a bottle. So I've been taking this bottle with me every single day, and I've been drinking a lot more water because of it. Now I'm going to head out and see you guys in the car. Alright, y'all. I'm in the car. I'm ready to go, but the car ain't ready to go. And you know why? Because Knoxville is so bipolar. Like, it's just like Florida here. It makes no sense. One day it's hot, the next day it's cold. One time it's pouring rain, the next time we're just fine. Like, can we please make up our mind, baby? Yesterday was like 83 degrees, and today is 38 degrees. Knoxville, sweetie, what are we doing? Make up your mind. Now I'm ready to go, but I can't leave because you gotta let the car warm up. So I'm gonna wait another like 30 seconds because I'm impatient, and then I'm gonna just go because ain't nobody got time for this. Alright, that's gonna have to be good enough, y'all, because I'm ready to go and people are looking at me and my camera like, what's this girl doing? Mind your business. Thank you. Now on the way to school, I always listen to some jams. Okay, if it's Christian music, it's like my Christian gospel music. If not that, then I'm listening to Haitian compa. If y'all don't listen to compa, get on that immediately. You won't regret it. So I am going to go to my playlist. Don't text and drive, y'all. Do as I say, not as I do. Honestly, for a lot of this video, do as I say and not as I do, because I be waking up at the very last minute because I treasure my sleep over getting to school early, which I'm trying to stop, but it's so much easier said than done. This is kind of a little embarrassing because I just got caught by my friend recording in my car. But it's okay. I just thought I'd talk to you guys a little bit about what my schedule is like. So as a D2, we actually got to vote on a little bit of what we wanted the schedule to be like. They gave us 2 options. It was either less lab and more exams so you can better your grade, or less class, less exams, but more lab and also more lab work, or something like that. So we decided on the latter because anything to get me out of class, I'm down for. I kind of low-key regret it now. Because I wish we did have the weekly exams, but at the same time, that would have been a lot of work. And now we have bi-weekly exams. So during my D1 year, it was, you had exams every single week, every single Monday. And you take all your exams at the same time. So from 8 till 11, 11:30, however long it takes you, that's how long you have to take all your exams. So if you have 6 classes for the week, you take 6 exams. But as a D2, they switched it to bi-weekly exams. And we have like 11 classes, but not always at the same time. You know, some are like half semester classes. So for us, if we had 9 different lectures from different classes, we had 9 exams. So this past Monday, we actually had 9 exams, which is the most we've ever taken. Sometimes I think it should be illegal, but what can we do? It's not always so bad. It's not always so bad. But 9 exams, that one was insane. But typically it's between like 6 and 8 exams. So it's somewhat manageable, and then once again, like, you still get your weekend free every other week, which helps a lot to actually have a life. As a D2, we have class from 8 to 12. So 8 to 10 you have one class, 10 to 12 you have another class. This morning I have endocrine from 8 to 10, and then I have radiology from 10 to 12. And after that we have a class from 1 to 5, and that class is part of the OHS group, and for that, that's oral health sciences. So all of the specialties in dentistry, surgery, radio, ortho, peds, all of that is comprised in this one class. We have OHS this afternoon. It'll be endodontics, so we'll have that in the afternoon. First we have lecture, I think, for maybe like an hour. Sometimes maybe we'll have a quiz, usually not, because it's on Mondays. And after that lecture, we'll go upstairs to the sim lab to do the lab component. So I'm not sure what's on the agenda for today. Honestly, I just show up. Like, they tell me I got school 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. I really just show up. Don't ask me what class we got. Don't ask me what lab assignment is due. Like, I just show up and I do my part and that's it. So, should be a good day. Now that I had my morning jams, worship session, and got my bag, I'm ready to start my day. This is our building. The bottom's kind of ugly, I'm not gonna lie. That's the parking garage. But once you go up, our building's up here. So it's really just this. So not so bad. So you enter through the parking garage on level LL1. You have to use your badge to get inside. This is just a little preview of what it looks like outside the classroom. Just like a little, almost like a living room, just an area to chill during breaks, chat. I mean, if you want to eat your lunch there, you can do that too. We have 2 large lecture halls for the dental program. This is what they look like. They're identical. About 175-ish seats, and they have microphones on them if you ever want to like raise your hand and ask a question or even answer a question, because professors here love to call on you. So I just got set up by my seat. We actually do have assigned seats, but a lot of people moved and they're cool with that. My first class was endocrine, like I said before, so we had a pop quiz in that class, unfortunately. And then afterwards we had the lecture in radiology on implant imaging. This is just me showing you guys like what I do during class if I'm not exhausted. Honestly, sometimes I make my breaking point and I just like sit there kind of bored and kind of tired, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't pay attention anymore. But I try to focus as much as I can in class so I don't gotta rewatch lectures afterwards. I like to use Quizlet for all my studying, on my, well, not all my notes, but definitely for all my studying. And then I just type in everything that they're saying during class. I make sure to star any super important information, and that's what I use for my exams to study. Okay, so now it's lunchtime. I did not pack my lunch, which I should have, because if I'm broke and I got money to be spending eating out. But I'm gonna go get Chick-fil-A. Someone had it in class, and low-key I could smell it. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm craving Chick-fil-A now, so let's go. And of course, the first thing I'm gonna do is blast that heat because I am freezing. Oh my goodness. The class was so cold. I'm like, you northerners, it's already cold outside. Why is it like 60 something degrees in the classroom? Make it make sense. Why would somebody park there? That's why they gave you a behind the ticket. Top shot shot. Y te encontraste lo que estabas buscando. They go to Spanish and to Creole. You see, like sometimes it's crazy. I saw a reel about this the other day where it's like when you're mad or like in your feelings or like in the heat of saying what you're saying and the 3 languages you know come out. We made it to Chick-fil-A. Hi. Rebecca.
What can I get for you inside?
Can I please have a #1 meal, please, with no pickles? And can I have that with barbecue sauce and the new, what's that new drink? Pineapple jackfruit? The Sunjoy, please.
And anything else, or?
No, ma'am, that's all. Thank you.
Chicken sandwich, you know, no pickles, the pineapple jackfruit, Sunjoy, and barbecue?
Yes.
And I can go ahead. Thank you.
Thank
Send me
you.
the text you again.
Okay, have a nice day. Yeah, was that girl scared of me? Why is she talking so fast? Respira, mi amiga, respira, breathe. breathe, pour souffle. She was talking so fast. What the heck? I was like, girl, you're stressing me out. Calm down. Oh man, she must be nervous or cold or both, who knows. I wonder if she saw my camera. Maybe the camera made a little camera shot. I'm gonna copy out, girl, I promise. I promise, I won't try you like that. Thank you so much.
We are. Thank you for ordering with us today.
Thank you, have a great day.
Thank you.
Time for me to go park, tear up this food, and then go inside. For some reason, I've seen that I used to eat lunch with my friends, and now I don't eat lunch with anybody at all. I really just be by myself, and it sounds sad, but the beginning of this semester was very, very bad for me personally. And some people know what happened. Most people don't know what happened. Who am I kidding? Mostly just my family. So it was just a lot on me mentally, and so I just didn't feel like I would be good company, and quite frankly, I didn't really want any company. I just wanted to be alone. and just drown in the stress like I always do, which I need to stop. It's not healthy, and I'm just so used to eating by myself now. I just kind of just enjoy my own company. It's my time to just like not be social because I have to be social all day, and it's like I'm not antisocial at all, but I'm a more reserved person, and when I'm not close to people, I'm definitely more reserved than if I'm close to you. Like if I'm close to you, I can act like a total crackhead. You know, like those closest to me know that I can have a lot of energy. I can be funny. Like I'm not some lame quiet girl that sits in class and is a goody two shoes all day. Like that's not me. Yes, I'm a goody two shoes, but I have a life and I can be fun and I can let go. And I would like to think I'm funny. I can be funny. Okay, I'm not just some boring quiet girl. But people wouldn't know that because I just don't always connect with some people. Some people, it's like you look at them and it's like, yeah, we can never be friends. And other people aren't so bad, but I'm still like, there's just not much compatibility between me and maybe most of my class. And I'm cool with most of them, but on a friend level, no. I'm very selective with my friends. No shade or disrespect to anybody though. I mean, I'm cool with my classmates. Yeah, honestly, I just prefer to just eat by myself sometimes. I promise I'm not sad, y'all. I've learned to like my own company because at first I hated it. I hated being alone. I hated being in a quiet apartment with just my roommate being antisocial and locked up in her room and me just by myself, bored out of my mind, no one to talk to. Like, it's just, I like having company. I like being around people that I love and that I like. But at school all day, I'm not around people I'm comfortable around, you know? There's only like a select few, and I don't necessarily sit by them, and they have their own friends, so I just prefer to just chill by myself recently. But soon I'm gonna get back and be social and go eat in the cafeteria again, so I can catch up with friends and stuff like that. But just the season is like a little bit of a season of solitude, but I'm coming out of it, thank God. I just made it. I already started eating my food because I'm a big back, like I said before, and I'm not patient when it comes to that. So I'm just going to eat my food, watch a little Virgin River. I just finished watching a telenovela called Escuparé sobre sus tumbas, which means I will spit on your grave. Sounds very, yeah, but it wasn't that bad. So now I'm finishing Virgin River, catching up on that. It's a cute little cutie show. And then I'm gonna go inside and be productive. But this is my time to just do what I want to do, chill, relax, take my mind off school, and just not be in the building. Because sometimes it can drive you a little crazy. So I'll see y'all in there. Lunch break over. Time to get back to work. So I'm here ready to go inside of class. Like I said, this afternoon it's going to be endo lab and lecture. Lecture usually lasts only about an hour, and then afterwards we'll head upstairs to the sim lab to start on whatever project we got for ourselves today. So I'll see you guys in there. I can't really record much, if at all, so we'll see. Lecture just finished, so I'm heading upstairs to the sim lab to see what we're doing for today. And of course I'm lazy, so I'm taking the elevator. This is just a random fact, but we do have separate elevators for students compared to staff and patients. I'm just going into the locker room here to grab my things for the day. I came in here because it's super quiet in here. This is just our wet lab. So if you need to make a night guard or anything for a patient, well, technically the patients don't come down in here, but for like yourself or something, that's the vibrator. Let's take out the bubbles in the stone. This is a model trimmer. So we have all of the lab materials in this lab here. And basically what we're doing in lab is we're getting a real tooth, finally. It's going to be our first time working on real teeth. And you're just going to remove all the cavities within that tooth, do a root canal on that tooth, build it up either with a pulse or without a pulse, and then prep her for a crown. So basically start to finish, root canal with the crown. And since we are using real teeth and we need them to stay stable, we're going to be using some wood chips mixed with stone to represent like the trabeculations in our bone. So. Ew. Okay, sorry, I'm not supposed to look. But. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. This is my setup here. I have my bowl, my spatula, the hamster bedding, and then the dental stone. I mixed those together with some water in equal parts, and then I got the bone around my tooth. And it takes a while to set up, so I decided to remediate, i.e. redo a practical while I waited. Today I'll be remediating tooth number 8, RCT, or root canal treatment from start to finish. For this practical, we had to make sure we were in full PPE just so we get a better feel of what it'll be like when we actually do it in real life. you'll see me grab a pen to mark the lowest point of where my prep access can be. And then I grabbed my probe because the professor actually gave us a scenario for this practical. It is an avos tooth, meaning the tooth shot out of the socket. Someone probably got like knocked in the face or something. So I had to use the probe to measure just how long the root is so I know my working length, because throughout this practical, there are no radiographs allowed. And since this tooth is avos, that means that we do have to put a splint or just a wire bonded together to make sure that the tooth stays in place. So that's what I'm doing here with some composite and some wire. The composite will act as a glue, sticking everything together, so I just make sure everything was nice and cured on all the teeth from 6 to 11 and holding it in place, and here's how it looks. With that out of the way, I was able to start on the actual root canal part. So I used a high-speed handpiece and then a round burr to access the tooth. I made like a little small hole inside of the center of the tooth about, and made my access from there, making sure that I had direct access to the canals. That's like a huge thing. Like if you have access to where the roots opens up, but it's not like a straight direct access, then it makes it hard for you to be able to restore the tooth. So you got to make sure that everything is a direct straight line access, and that's what I'm making sure that I have here. I double checked the accessibility of my access using my Endo Explorer, and since I'm not yet married, this is the only ring I own. It is the Endo ring, and that holds all the files, the K files, the rotary files, all the tools that I need to make sure that I have a smooth and accessible canal. It can be a bit of a tedious process. I mean, everybody on this planet hates root canals except for endodontists, but as long as you maintain very good ergonomics like I'm trying to here, it wasn't too bad. Once I had finished shaping and irrigating my canal, I used a paper point to make sure the canal is super dry, and then I went ahead and placed the gutta percha, which is a permanent filling that goes within the roots. And here's the final result, a triangular shaped access on tooth number 8 with the final root canal. And after I finished that remediation session, I went ahead and went back to the tooth that I had put up in stone. I made sure all the sides were trimmed down and went to go take an x-ray to see my starting point. So we have the regular x-ray tube heads, but for this lab, we always use the handheld Nomad devices. So I'm just setting everything up, making sure it's ready for me, and then snapping the shot. And once that thing loaded up, I was very surprised with what I saw. The tooth already had root canal treatment done to it. Therefore, I couldn't do anything. Alright, so as you guys can see, I'm back in my car, which means I quit. So since the tooth was already endo treated, I can't go and retreat that tooth because I'm not an endodontist. Like, I could barely do the regular treatment as is. So I had to get a new tooth, which is a lot worse than the one I had. I just put it up in stone, and while it's setting, I'ma just go about my day. So I have a rehearsal at the church I go to. I'm on the media team there as well as the youth ministry team. So, and we'll see if I feel like going to the gym after this. You go a little tired. My back hurt a little bit, so I'm like, I might be lazy, but I need to go to the gym and be active. So we'll see what the rest of the day holds. Yeah, tell me why I just made it, and there's all these pay here parking signs everywhere. I'm like, since when do we have to pay to park at church? I heard about Knoxville doing this, but I'm like, y'all really gonna put one in the church parking lot? Come on now. Come on now. Who done this? I need to know. Pay here. For what? For why? So me and my broke behind will be taking myself elsewhere where it's free. Because ain't nobody got money for that. Oh, look. There's a spot right here for the free. Alright, y'all. Now that I'm parked somewhere for the free, I thought I would just give you guys a bit of advice before I step in there. Church is something that's very important to me. It's a place where I can find community. And I've realized that community is super important. Like, if you don't have a community, y'all, you will not make it through dental school. Okay, and it doesn't have to be your classmates, because honestly, you're in a building with them all day. And if you go to school like mine, you'll be with them 40 plus hours a week. You'll maybe see them at other events outside of school, or if you stay for clubs and stuff like that. Like, you'll get tired of your classmates eventually. I have a couple friends at school, but I also have some friends outside of school as well. And I recommend that you look into that if that's something that you're interested in, because like I said, you can get tired of the classmates, and especially because all you talk about is dental.
all you talk about is teeth and this professor and research and whatever else it is. And sometimes you just want to change the conversation. Like if you just want to talk about nothing at all or talk about other things that interest you, I really recommend that you try to find other friends outside of school. And something that I did to do that was join a local church. It's something that's super important to me. I've been serving in ministry since I was a child myself, like 13 years old, okay? So I really enjoy participating in church and being active in the ministry. I also like to volunteer in the community as well. I volunteer at church and also at local pre-dental clinics. I have a couple friends at UT Knoxville, as well as friends that I made through a Facebook group. And y'all, I did not know Facebook was still bumping. Like, I don't use Facebook. I prefer Instagram because I'm not a millennial. No offense to any millennials watching, but I'm like, Facebook is a millennial thing. But there's a group in Knoxville called Knoxville Girls in Their 20s. And I'm sure there's similar ones for other cities. And it's a great, great place to get to know girls from different interests, different backgrounds. Like, there's literally a chat for everything, y'all. There's a black girls chat. There's an Arab girls chat. There's a girlies who like to knit. There's a fur mamas chat. Like, there's literally chat for everything. So whatever your interests are, I recommend that you join a community where you can find people who have similar interests as you. And maybe you'll make some new friends along the way. Church is over. I also just got the most amazing news. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to like pipe down. Becky, calm down. I got the most amazing news. It's not even for me. I'm just so happy for the person. But I am going to head home. Honestly, at this point, it's 7:59. So I'm going to take my butt home. So much for the gym. I should go to the gym. I'm so bad. Yeah, I know. Maybe tomorrow. Which I said yesterday. But honestly, I'm starving, so I'm about to order myself some food. I was supposed to pick up my groceries, and I got out so late I can't pick them up. I usually do curbside pickup because, 1, shopping takes too long. 2, when I go inside, I be picking up a whole bunch of things that were not on my list. And 3, I be lazy. Honestly, I hate walking, so it's easy for me to just do a curbside pickup and then pick it up at Sam's Club, Walmart, whatever it is. So instead of picking that up today, since they just closed right now, I'm gonna go to pick up some food and head to my apartment. So see you guys inside. Is it time to feed you? It's Pop the Balloon Wednesday! Yay! It's my favorite show on YouTube, Pop the Balloon or Find Love with Darla Amuli. So I'm gonna end my night by watching that, reading my Bible, praying, and then most likely watching a little bit of Netflix if I'm being real. So that's how my night's ending. I will see you guys at the end of the video. We made it to the end. I love you, I love you, I love you. Thank you so much for following along my story, following along my day. Like I told you guys, I'm a little bit all over the place, but that's okay. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe to Eli's channel. He has some amazing content. And go ahead and follow me on my social media pages as well if you'd like. It is My Tooth Be Told on Instagram, and then My Tooth Be Told _ on TikTok and YouTube. I don't know. I might start a YouTube channel, but I'm a lot, so maybe not. But for sure, follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'd love to see you guys there, and best of luck to all of you guys on your journey. Bye.
I told her stop telling that thing she seen and told her meet me at the Ritz. Let's go. I got baguettes in the back of my ring and I went trying to hit. I told her she got a record.